All right. Good morning, seventh grade, and welcome back to math class. So I hope you had all a great spring break. And today, what we're gonna do is just review two-step equations and practice. And just to remind you that basically today, you could either show work on your paper and you could send it to me, or you could do it on a Nearpod with the scratch paper. So here, I'm just going to remind you how we solve equations just in case you need it. If you don't need it, you could just go ahead and solve it. But again, the point of all of this is to figure out what value of x, what does x have to be in order to make this side equal to this side. Okay, so basically it's saying 2 times a number, right? Because 2x means you're multiplying 2 with a number, plus 10 equals 22, and our goal is to find it. So how do we do so? So please make sure that you have your Nearpod up so you could show your work. If you have paper, that works as well. But just to remind you, here is how we did it. So I'm just going to choose blue. And the first thing we did was we drew a line down the middle to show both sides of the equation. And this side is my number side, and this side has the variable. And so all we're going to do is just solve for x. And the first thing we have to do is get rid of this 10, and the goal is always to figure out what 1x is. We want to isolate x. Just going to make this a little bit thinner. Okay, so first thing is I want to get rid of this 10. How do I do that? I want to make it 0. So the only way to make plus 10 0 is to subtract by 10 on both sides. So again, the goal is we want to just get 1x. We just only want the variable on the variable side and the numbers on the number side. So then I'm going to draw like a barrier, just like this, to show that I'm moving on to the next step. We get 10 minus 10 is 0, so we don't even have to write that down because it's just 0. And then we bring the 2x down because the 2x is left, so I get 2x equals, and 22 minus 10 is 12. Okay. So the goal again is we want to get 1x. We want to figure out 1x equals something. So it's saying 2 times a number gives me 12. So what do I have to do? I have to divide by 2 to figure out, well, what times 2 gives me 12. And we have to do it on both sides, right? Because anything I do to one side, I have to do to the other to maintain equivalence. And then we draw a line. So make sure that your division sign is smaller. It doesn't look like this, like you're just dividing by 2. So it should look like that. Then you draw your barrier and you get 1x. Don't forget the equals. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we're saying that x equals 6. Now the check step is for you to make sure that you are actually correct. Okay, does the value of x actually equal 6? So we substitute, remember, 6 for x. So we do 2, and we're going to do times 6. So we put parentheses so people don't think it's just 26, plus 10 equals 22. So we're going to see, does x actually equal 22? 2 times 6 is 12, plus 10 equals 22. And here we get 22 equals 22. So your answer is right, and x actually equals 6. So in your answer, we're just going to put 6. And then you move to example 2.